So during my process, actually long before I started, I went to see a lawyer when I was thinking about getting divorced. And that lawyer said that she specialized in forensic accounting. And I was wondering, when you spoke about those two statements that you knew weren't they were kind of out of place. Mm-hmm. Did you ever go through, like when you were looking at the tax returns, did you know what you were looking for flags? When you were looking through the financial statements or through bank statements, were you looking for anything in terms of transfers? And are you able to ask for more details in that regard? Was there any sort of forensic accounting involved in just trying to figure out if there was anything untoward? I mean, from what I understand, everybody thinks everybody's hiding money. Mm-hmm. So it's a question, is that the case? And is there a way to prove that, in fact, that's not happening?
Yeah, you almost have to be able to kind of, temper the cynicism and the, what's the word, paranoia almost. And look at what you actually have. And so, if you do have statements, again, look at them from month to month because they show what is happening, what's going in, what's coming out. If there's statements missing, that's when you're kind of going to need to go, where's that statement? Why is it missing? And yeah, with respect to me, because I only had, two statements, one from 2013 and one from 2015, I'm like, where are all the others and why only these two? Which then led me to kind of really push for that disclosure to kind of, be put forward. And, do parties hide income? Sure, they do. Do they hide assets? Yes, it happens. You can only be as vigilant as you can with the information that you have. And so when you're asking for disclosure, if you know what you have, that helps you, right? And if you can justify that this was an asset that was, part of the marriage and you have a right to the disclosure of it, then you include that in your application for disclosure. You explain to the court, this is why it's relevant for you to have that.
And non-disclosure can collapse anything that happens in court, can it not? So if a party does not disclose anything and it becomes discovered that there's a material difference, I think it's over $1,000. If there's a material lack of disclosure over $1,000, mm-hmm. that everything that's in that could potentially collapse, and that you could be called to redo the paperwork, or redo the financial obligations based on that lack of disclosure. So it's kind of like you're running from the law at all times. So lack of disclosure doesn't make sense. And in the end, what's the purpose?
Yeah, especially when it comes to income. I mean, look at, the Supreme Court of Canada said that income is relevant to child support, and all income from all sources is relevant. So if you're not disclosing rental income or deferred income or any other kind of income, and it comes to be known that that income was in fact income, the court can and will and should add it back in and then recalculate, what you should have paid. Particularly when it comes to child support based on the actual income of the parties. And so, yeah, disclosure, you can try and avoid it, but it often will catch up with you.
It'll come back to bite you.
Yep.
Especially if your kids are younger, because you've got a lot of years to go.
Yeah, you got a lot of years to go.
Disappear.